Hi, and welcome to Lunch with Lisa. And today, it's all about the breadsticks. It's Lunch with Lisa. Hi, I'm Lisa, and I make quick and easy, healthy meals. The same meals I used to lose 33 pounds in just 4 months. I went from this to this. And I'm here to share those meals with you and the meals that I make to keep the weight off. What I've learned on my health journey is that flour and sugar, they excite the same parts of your brain as cocaine and heroin. So I love finding alternatives to flour and sugar recipes. This one seemed pretty good. I have not tried it yet, so I'm really excited to share it with you. I thought since my chicken crust pizza was so good, and you can find the recipe right here. So good, I recommend, go try it. So I thought with breadsticks, I found this cauliflower recipe for breadsticks. We've all had cauliflower pizza, but it can leave a little bit of wanting. So I have here some cauliflower, and I have here some chicken as a flour alternative. Let's figure out which one can make a better breadstick. I'm so curious to find out. So let's go over what ingredients you're going to need. It's not many. You're going to need half a cup of riced cauliflower or 100 grams, half a pound of ground chicken, 8 ounces of shredded mozzarella, 2 eggs, and some liquid egg whites or an egg substitute, garlic salt and Italian seasoning, some sugar-free marinara sauce, a bread loaf pan, a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper, and then some bowls to mix it all in, and an oven, of course. All right, you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. If you don't wanna use the sugar-free marinara sauce, you can also use some Italian-style diced tomatoes, and you can just puree those up into a marinara sauce. Super easy, sugar-free. I get the no salt added, so if I need to add some salt, I can add it and know how much is going in it. So let's start with the cauliflower breadsticks first. So I'm gonna take my half a cup of cauliflower that's been riced, dump that in a bowl. Then I'm gonna use a kitchen scale. If you don't have one of these, I have one in my Amazon store. You can find the link down below. They're super handy when you're weighing your food. 4 ounces of this cheese needs to go into the cauliflower. And the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of egg substitute, but I didn't have any today, so I'm just gonna use a whole egg and some egg whites to make 1/4 cup. Oops. Get egg everywhere. You only wanna put in 3 or 3/4 cup of your cheese into here. So I'm gonna take out 1 ounce. Whoops. All right, so the rest of the cheese, I guess you'll sprinkle on top later. Saved by the brain. I'm gonna add my 1/4 cup of egg in there and mix it up with a spatula. Okay, now I'm gonna stick this mixture in my loaf pan that is lined with parchment, or you can spray it with Pam or oil. This is gonna help shape our breadsticks, and I don't want to have any trouble getting this thing out, so I made sure I left some parchment paper here with like a handle so I can just lift it right out of the bread loaf pan. So I'm shaping it, and then later I guess we'll be cutting it into breadsticks. For the cauliflower, this actually makes 1 serving of breadsticks. Okay, so this goes into a 350 degree oven for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in, and then I'm gonna get started on the chicken. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the chicken. I'm just gonna use a half a pound of chicken. I'm gonna add in the 3 ounces of cheese and reserve 1 ounce for later. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in the egg, same amount, might as well. Mix it all together. I'm so curious how this is gonna turn out. I mean, it may be a total flop, but it's super quick and easy. Should have used like maybe half of this meat. I don't know. We'll see how much. So I'm gonna stick in maybe half because it feels like a lot. I don't wanna have a real thick layer of meat. Yeah, it looks like half of the meat would probably be best. And then I can have 2 sets of meat breadsticks. Meat sticks. Huh. I love a good meat stick. Comment down below what your favorite meat stick is. I know what mine is. I'm never gonna get this completely perfectly level, so we're just gonna go with that. We'll save the rest to cook again if this works. I'm so excited. Into the oven this goes to 30 minutes or until it's all cooked through. All right, we'll be back for step 2. We got about 2 minutes left on the timer, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out. I think they're set. And we're gonna stick them back in the oven. We're gonna turn the oven up to 450 degrees and then take them out of the pans and put them on a cookie sheet and put them back in the oven for about 15 minutes so they can crisp up. Okay, yeah, the chicken shrunk like I thought it would. Ooh, I'm glad I put this on parchment. So I'm gonna stick it, pull it out of the parchment. I'm gonna flip it over onto the new piece of parchment so the bottom part can get crispy. Oh yeah, this is the cauliflower one. And it got stuck to the pan. Ooh, that sticks so bad, so definitely use parchment. I would definitely use parchment and not trust the oil. So my cauliflower's on my left and the chicken shrunk a lot. It'll shrink even more. So back in the oven, 450 degrees, 15 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. I wanted to pull them out just a little bit early because my oven runs a little hot. I'm using my air fryer on the bake setting. I love it. It saves me on gas. So after you pull it out of the oven, after you cook it for 10 to 15 minutes, I did 10, it says to cut them into breadsticks with a pizza cutter. I have a knife. That ain't gonna work. I have this awesome pizza cutter. I love it because it's just fits in your hand. It's fun and it comes apart really easily so you can clean it. I love this thing. That's also in my Amazon store. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut these into breadsticks. And it says to separate them just a little bit. I'm gonna stick them back on the tray. And then now we're gonna add all the spices and the cheese. So I'm sprinkling some garlic salt on first. And some Italian seasoning. And then the leftover cheese that we had. I'm so excited. It smells so good in here. And now that I sprinkled on the spices, they immediately heated up and I can smell them. Oh, so good. So I'm gonna stick them back in the 450 oven for 5 to 10 minutes, just until all this cheese is melted. Oh yeah, just 5 minutes in my air fryer was plenty. They were getting a little crisp. Oof, look at that. Can't tell them apart anymore. What we have here is the chicken and here is the cauliflower. I just know because of the size difference. Comment down below which one you think is going to be better, the chicken or the cauliflower. I have no idea. I'm so excited to try both of them. They look delicious. And I'm going to use some marinara sauce. This is sugar-free and is delicious. It just has a few ingredients: Italian whole peeled tomatoes, olive oil, onions, salt, garlic, basil, black pepper, and oregano. I'm gonna take a breadstick from the middle. Now this is the original recipe. It is the cauliflower. You're probably supposed to let them cool off a little bit, but I can't wait. So I'm gonna dip it in some sauce. Pretty good. Pretty good. That tastes like a breadstick. Italian breadstick. I gotta eat the whole thing. And then here is the chicken. Okay, let's look underneath. Okay. Yeah. They both get nice and crispy. This one is a little bit thinner. I think I screwed up. I probably should have put more cheese into this because I used half a pound of chicken instead of just a quarter of a pound. Probably should have used the quarter pound with all the cheese. Yeah, that might have made a difference. And the egg too, yeah. I'll have to try it again. Definitely tastes a little bit more chickeny. I mean, it is chicken. I think I need some more Italian seasoning and garlic salts on all of it. There's no real measurements for it, so just feel free to like have at it. Okay, I'm gonna give the chicken a little bit more. I can't decide which one I like better. Definitely needs more seasoning. So I'm gonna cut them and do a comparison of like what the middle looks like. See there? So the cauliflower is a little bit thicker and like fluffier. I probably should have ground the cauliflower down a little bit more. It said grated cauliflower. Who grates cauliflower? Guess I could have run it through a food processor, but I want quick and easy. That's why I got the frozen cauliflower. Okay. So having another cauliflower after the chicken makes me like and crave the chicken one better. Oh. I like the chicken. I think I like the chicken better. So for me, chicken is the winner. Cauliflower is okay. Cauliflower just has like this like flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? It's got like a funk. Like you can kind of taste it above everything. Yeah. It's like a sour flavor. It's not like bad. It's just, I kind of prefer it with the chicken. Yeah. Chicken is the winner for me. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh my goodness. All right, next time I'm going to just use a quarter pound of chicken with the whole egg and the cheese and see how that turns out versus the cauliflower. I wasn't sure how much meat to use versus cauliflower because I know the meat was gonna shrink up. So experiment, have fun. I'm gonna put the recipes down below that I used and the ones that I prefer. Hey, comment down below any other food pairings you wanna see versus each other. So any more food wars? Let's do some food wars. I think that would be fun. Like this food against this food, which one's gonna be better? Or like this meal made with this versus this to see which one tastes better. Let me know if you have any foods you would like to see me cook and pit against each other in another food war. Because the winner for this one is definitely the chicken for me. Why don't you make these yourself and tell me which one you prefer in the comments. If you like what you see and you wanna help support me, definitely visit my Amazon link down below and go shopping. Any little bit helps. Or you could consider buying me a coffee over at coffee.com/lunchwithlisa. Link is down below. Or if you want to see my videos a week ahead of time, consider becoming a patron over at Patreon, patreon.com/lunchwithlisa. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know who needs a quick and easy healthy recipe. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side. It's Lunch with Lisa. God. Chicken, definitely chicken. Oh, I was so smart to like figure this out. Like the cauliflower isn't limp at all. It's actually super sturdy. Like I was super impressed that it got so crispy, but it's the flavor that does it for me. The texture is fine. The look is fine. The feel, I already said texture. It's the flavor profile. It's just, the chicken is just better. This isn't bad. I'm gonna eat it. But I enjoyed the chicken way more. All right. Hopefully I had some bloopers in there. I'm sure I did something. I didn't like drop an egg or hit my head this time, but I said some funny things maybe. Peace out. Catch y'all on that flip side. Hey, okay. Let's do a comparison. Let me swallow first. Oh good, I missed my sweater. Woo! I'm notorious for getting all my clothes dirty. I don't know why I chose white. Why did I? Oh, because it makes me look better on camera. Oh my goodness. Okay. Check you guys later. No, that's so dumb.